Tonight on Analyze This Mess, it's D for Deflection 2. Because there is a history of flipping the script. Mhm. Because when you've got a pattern to protect, the easiest move is to accuse someone else of the very thing you're doing. And if there's one thing Danielle has mastered, it's flipping the script. Example: when she's caught faking, she calls someone else a fraud. When her behavior's exposed, she says you're obsessed. When a fake garnishment email surfaces, she claims a content creator made it up to scam her. But here's the pattern we've seen for months and even years. Every time accountability knocks, she dodges with deflection. Every time evidence shows up, and this is in, the past several months, she spins it into a smear campaign. And every time you think she's cornered, she screams scammer or stalker to flip attention away from herself. This isn't a one-off. No, this is her signature move. The moment she's confronted with facts, she doesn't fight them, she flips them. And tonight, we've got more receipts because the truth about deflection is the more you do it, the easier it is to trace. So that's why I'm calling it D for Deflection 2, the history of flipping the script, because we'll go and listen to a flashback. I call them flashback, to also help and gird, shore up what has been a pattern. And you know what? Sometimes, because I have various receipts or deleted, lost, we'll call them, lost videos, all right? I don't always know what I have. And even if I know what I have, I may have only listened to a portion of them, okay? So, what we will be listening to is a video that was created in 2022. This video came after Cups of Conversations, another content creator, had posted a receipt of an email that she'd received from her employer. Okay. There was a response to that. There were accusations. There were posts More importantly, the email that she showed, it was said to be fake, that she was scamming her audience, and that once called out, she put it on her members only. All right? Yes. I don't know if she's out in the audience, but I couldn't help to notice that it was brought up by Danielle. Some of you may recall this. All right? It's been some time ago. But then I thought, now wait a minute. Let me see if I can go back and relate and find something inside of it that I didn't even know I didn't know. So I took a look at a portion of it, and I took a look at the email that was sent to Cups of Conversations. And I actually, this time, I read it line by line. There is something rather interesting at the end of the email that was sent by her employer. I didn't notice it. I hadn't read it, and it wouldn't have meant as much to me then as it might mean today. All right. This is interesting because I don't want to read anything without her permission. All right. So let me go back to the chat because I'm not looking at it. And let's see. I'm going to go down. Sharon says, wow, her employer. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Baby Juju says, we knew who was lying. And we knew who was telling the truth. And Cups of Conversations is joining us here in the Bear Cave. Says, hey, Teddy and the mom, welcome back. We're talking about you tonight. Well, I'm talking about you right now and a few other things, but it's related. All right. So before we go over to D for Danielle, station head, I can continue telling a little bit about what I recall, but no one knows it better than the person who received the email and knows the situation. Do you think you could come up, Cups of Conversation, and just give us a quick overview before we listen to the response? I haven't heard this entire video. I haven't. So I don't know everything that's going to come out. I'm going to go ahead. Let's see. I'm going to copy the link. And I'm going to paste a link in the chat. This will be for Cups if you would like to come up. Okay. The video itself is just about an hour. Okay. Oh, Cups is going to come up. All right. Let's turn this music down a little bit. We can have it in the background. It's okay. We're going to make sure it's not competing. All right. Let me go ahead. And while she's coming up, ooh, I was getting ready to play my opening song. She's here. All right. Let me add you to the stage. Of course, I'm going to put up this blocker just to make sure. Good evening. Is that you, Cups?
Yes. Hey, Teddy. How are you?
Good. What is that in the background?
Do you hear something? Oh. How does it sound now?
Okay. So now let me go ahead and add you. Welcome to the stage. And there she is. It's Cups of Conversations. How are you tonight?
I'm doing well. How are you tonight?
I'm good. I'm good. So this isn't all planned out. All
No.
right. This is live. So you've probably uh, caught a glimpse of the post.
Yes, I heard about it. Yes.
Okay. So, in your own words, would you give us just a snapshot of what you remember uh, back during that period of time, December, January, February, um, 2022, end of 2021, for our new
Um,
listeners and maybe to bring others up to date?
yeah, of course, of course. So about just in general about what was going on at that
Yeah,
time?
yes. What she's referring to is
But
the garnishment, the specifically. What was that about?
okay, so in January, that's when I got the wage garnishment from my job. I actually had left my job prior to that. I believe in November is when I left my job, but in January, I received a phone call and a voicemail, and I spoke with a lady that worked in HR. I believe she worked in the department that does the wage garnishments, if I'm not mistaken. And she called me, left me a voicemail, told me to call her back because she believed that there was some money that I was supposed to receive. I spoke with her. She told me that someone put in a wage garnishment against me, and it was actually for child support, is what it said. And they were getting the wage garnishments from May of 2021, I believe, until the end of the year. And what I'm guessing is that when the job must have been doing their quarterly or probably about to do their taxes, they seen that the money was not cash. So that's why they had to give the money back to me because it got returned to them. But I don't know why she spoke about it. It was something I spoke about because at that time I was actually being I was going being attacked by different people on YouTube, but I had a situation with clearly two bigger YouTubers who had my information, and I assumed, well, I wasn't sure, but I knew that somebody did it because
All right, so we were speaking to Cups of Conversation. Let's go ahead and I'm going to play Thrill of the Hunt and hopefully she will reconnect. Are you there? Cups is back. Welcome.
yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you just fine.
Okay, sorry, I got a call. It knocked me out.
Oh, no, no problem. So you were saying, go
So
ahead.
I've received a phone call from my old job in January about the wage garnishment that they were giving me a refund for it because they said that they did receive a court document to take the garnishments from me. I do have a copy of that. And they were sending the garnishment payments to the address, but they have found out because it came back, it was not none of the checks were cash. It came back to them and they found out that the person who actually did the wage garnishment, it was a virtual address. It wasn't a real address. And the person in further research, I think it was like somebody that was like 98 years old. So yeah, and then I spoke about it because at that time I was in the midst of being doxxed by this channel that is targeting people, and they were putting on my information, and there were some other channels as well assisting them with the doxing. But I had spoke about it in reference of saying that I knew someone was doing this, or someone had to be behind it, because clearly,
When did you first learn that there was a garnishment against your wages?
well, I started seeing it in like May. I started seeing it, but it didn't say child support. I honestly thought it was like from my student loans, because it never happened to me before. And I honestly just thought maybe it was like my student loans. I had to pay them back
All right.
until I got the phone call in January, and they told me that it was for something else.
Oh, I see. And so they were sending someone this garnishment, whatever it was, monthly or whatever was taken out, but it was never cashed. Is
No,
that?
it was not cash. It was never cash. That's why they contacted me, because they said that the money was never cashed, and it got sent back to their, I guess, department that does the money. I don't know.
Okay,
Yeah. And when they seen that the checks wasn't cashed, they had to then contact me and let me know that they were going to refund me, because I was no longer with the company at that time.
that makes sense. That makes sense. And what I had noticed, but you said it, that it was a virtual office.
Yes. Yes. It was not a real address. It was actually linked to like a PO box, but it was the address that was on the actual wage garnishment paper that was submitted from, it was a man. It was an actual PO box. It wasn't like an actual address, but it was like some type of virtual address, but they had the checks going to a PO box, but
Ah,
they never cashed the checks.
so this creditor, whoever this was, did you ever see a name? Did you ever learn if, other than it was a man, it was going to a PO box, a virtual office?
Yes, they gave me all the information when she spoke to me. She was so sorry. She was apologizing to me, and because I was upset about the situation, because I was like, for months, you guys were taking money on my account and you guys didn't even check. So I do have his name. It actually says like officer. I think his name is Richard Genabeth is the name that it was. Richard Genabith was the name that was the payments was supposed to go to.
Hmm. I mean, you don't have to, say anymore, but
Hmm.
um, I'm just, curious. I mean, this is just coming across what I'm thinking about now. This virtual office. Somebody else. This is why it's kind
Hmm.
of getting my attention. Somebody else utilized a virtual office.
Yeah.
And that's kind of interesting. All right. Anything else? Let me just look at the chat real quick and then we'll go over. I think we'll probably have enough. I don't know. Have you ever listened to this video?
No, I've never heard any of the videos that were made about me, so I'm interested to hear it.
Okay. Let's see. Any comments before? Let's see. Let's go up. Yeah. Vicky says this is very dangerous when delivery involves yourself with someone's salary.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying at that time. So when she made this video, from what I heard from it, she was trying to say that I was lying, and I made up the email and all this was a lie and nobody would do anything like this. But 3 years later, from what I'm seeing that's going on here on YouTube, it seems like she does a lot of this type of stuff, allegedly, in my opinion.
Mm,
So how am I to believe that it wasn't her back then? Even though, if I can honestly say, and I went back and listened to my video as well, I never said it was her that did it. I never said that she did this to me because at that time I really didn't even know who she was. If I'm being honest, I mean, I knew her, but I didn't know her capability of the channel. When I started like getting back on YouTube, it was around the time that Nosy had got kicked off of YouTube, and I was just trying to starting to get back onto YouTube. So I heard about the channel because people were coming to me. A lot of people were accusing me of being the channel, and then people were telling me how the channel had my video clips in it. And they were using a lot of my video clips. So that's what drove
mm,
me to check out the channel in the beginning, because she was using my videos. So I was just supporting the channel in the beginning, and she would come to my chat and she was in my comments saying how she appreciated that I was helping a family. And then out of nowhere in September, I got a strike from Black Tea Blog. And then about a week and a half later, Down the Rabbit Hole contacted me and asked me to private a video because she was being like, I guess she was saying that Nosiana was trying to dox her, all this other stuff. And she told me she was working with the family and all about the tea with the FBI. So I privated the video. She then responded back to me again and said she had no problems with me. She never made a video about me. And we, that everything was okay between us. I did not respond back to the email because I felt how I felt about her already. And then after that, like 2 weeks after that, they just somehow it just got on me. I don't even, it just came up to some type of fake beef, or I don't know, something crazy.
wow. Well, maybe we need to listen to this video. Let me go ahead and go
Yes.
on air. Uh,
Okay, well, I'm gonna jump down,
and
Teddy, so I
then
can
you
listen to the
jump
video.
down, and then when we come back,
Yeah, I'll come back up so
maybe
we
it'll
can talk. Yes, I
make
want
more
to.
sense.
Yes,
Thanks.
yes, yes.
All right.
Okay,
So
thank you,
join
Teddy.
me on Station Head here in a moment. So I'm getting ready to go over on Station Head. Uh, hang on. Just creating it now. See if we can get on. Give me a second.
Well, Teddy, I'm gonna jump down and
All right.
see you
I'm
over
sorry.
on
I thought
Station
you
Head.
had jumped down. I'm
No,
not
not
looking
a
at
problem.
pictures. All right. Thanks for coming up, Cups. All right. There we go. All right. So because of, two-step authentication, that's why I was looking at a different screen. My apologies. So right now I am live on D for Danielle. So as I see folks coming in, I'll give you a moment. We are still live on YouTube. I'm going to put up my banner and we're going to take a listen. This is fair use commentary. Mhm. Fair use commentary. I want you to hear this video. I want to take a listen to it because I haven't heard all of it either. Okay. Let me put this up. And I'm going to ask my moderator in once I jump over to station head, just make sure we don't hear anything but music on YouTube. Okay. In three, two, one. All right, so I'm back and I will make a few points on D for deflection to analyze this mess. What did you think about that video? Still didn't prove, still did not prove that the email that was shown was fake, a lie. I did not see or hear where she accused her of creating the email. I'm talking about where Cups accused Danielle directly of creating the email. Maybe she put it in a different video. I didn't see it there and I didn't see it in a post on this video. I see it's in a post currently, right? But it's D for deflection for me on a number of levels. Because, one, if you oppose Danielle, you're automatically labeled a scammer. Automatically. She never takes accountability. Deflection is her default. Her pattern shows this. My opinion: accuse first, explain later, or never. Or never. Deflection isn't a defense. I see that she uses it as a tactic to dodge. The real scam, always making herself the victim in every scenario. There's always something underlying it that has a commonality. We're talking about looking back. This flashback says a lot. Shift the blame to distract from her own contradictions have been part of the history. Her narrative flips whenever she's been cornered with facts. Weaponizing certain words. There's a list of words. One of the words she uses quite often is scammer. This is how she silences critics and labels. Mhm. But when you look at the pattern, it's always the same story, just a different target. So if everyone else is a scammer, I'll just ask this question and come out. It's 11 o'clock. If everyone else is a scammer, maybe the real scam is pretending she's not the common denominator. What do you think? It's not me. D for deflect, defame, dox. Yes, there's a lot of D's. Mhm. Angie Green says, I'm speechless. Fear, intimidation, and control. 100%. Polly, it's just wild. And yes, there was a run in that video where it was very run the dozens and dozens of times. Mhm. Angie says, can anyone hear me? How long ago was that? Okay. Um, yes, things that make you say, hmm. But again, I'm taken by a few things, and one of which is this virtual office. And it was a lengthy description on how this USPS and how these boxes are set up. She spent a lot of time talking about that. Did she debunk? Did she actually debunk? Because she said that's what the purpose of the video, to debunk. Did she debunk? No, no. Uh, I'm not buying it. It doesn't prove. Yeah, because that's what she said factually. That's what she said. She debunked it. No, no, no. Yeah. So anything else before? I've made some of my own points on DForDeflection too. Analyze this mess because somebody has to say it. Uh, Tomorrow is Monday. Yeah. So I'm not going to stay up late. Let's see. Maybe you got to turn up the volume. I think everyone can hear me. Maybe it's just you, Angie. Um, Give me a thumbs up if you can hear. And yes, thank you again to Cups of Conversation for joining me up on the panel before we started and just giving us a little bit of insight. It's just interesting how things go. Yeah. Yeah. Polly says, we hear. I think it's just you, Angie. But if she can't hear me, then she won't know. Joanne says, Kimmy had an interesting live earlier. I didn't listen to it. Haven't listened to any. Uh, has anyone been on today? You know, I did I get a notification? I think Matchy was on? I didn't get a notification on anything else. Yeah. I think that will do it for me. Yeah. We're going to wrap it up with that. We've heard the video and yeah, made my points and gave commentary. What is it? The video is private? You mean I've missed a lot today? I have absolutely. Oh, yes, let me just say this real quick. So I was supposed to come on earlier this morning and my modem wasn't working properly. I have like an extension, right? You guys know that I purchased this equipment. And when I went to, this morning, I thought the store was going to be open at 10. Well, it's Sunday. It wasn't open until noon. So I decided to come on much later. So, yeah. Whose video is on private? Okay, so it's on members only. All right. Oh, she did a voice analysis. All right. Comparing whom? I know one of the voices, but what did she compare it to? Oh, she showed. Now, this is interesting. It's been 2 minutes at least. Polly says she showed a voice report she purchased. It shows 90% certainty. All right. Oh, the cyclist and dear. All right. A professional voice analysis, big bucks. It would have to be. Interesting. And it's on her members. How long was the analysis? If you know, I mean, just approximately. Was it, how did it go? And then she showed the results. They probably have like a voice strip or something like that. Wow. An hour. Okay. Interesting. Written results. Oh, okay. Well, I didn't know she was on. I didn't listen, and yeah, I imagine it would, for sure, at least be a few $100s. I would, and I'm probably off by that. But I mean, I don't know. But yeah, yeah, because it takes someone's time. It was her best live on Danielle. Her best live. Like where there was no music in the background, none of that. And it, what did she compare it to? Like, um, like a video recording? Okay, sorry. I was trying to look at something. Quite surprised, huh? She showed the report. All right. Again, I didn't get a chance. I didn't even know until you just mentioned. Wow. Uh, Interesting. Quite surprised. The voice, yes, IG and YouTube. All right. She should have added DAs. I'm telling you, I have not ruled. If anyone thinks I've ruled her out, I know I have just haven't. Oh, all right. All right. She, she's convinced. Mhm. Yeah. Anything else before I say goodnight? Yeah. And hopefully, this week we'll yeah, maybe we'll get some answers this week. I'll just leave it like that. Yeah, the truth will come out. Yeah, eventually. Mhm. All right, that will do it for me. Biggest bear hugs go out to all the grizzlies and the honey bears. Please hit the like on your way out and join me sometime tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm Teddy. Um, yeah, good night.